Hi YouTube, this is Darkon633, back with another Ben 10 review. This time we're going to take a look at the Ben 10 Reboot 5-inch Ben Tennyson along with Grey Matter. Now this is actually a very interesting release since this is actually the first Ben, for what I can tell, that actually comes with any of the aliens in general. How Grey Matter was released in the original line was on his own with the standard articulated version, but it was also pack-ins with a few of the other characters like Lucky Girl and one other, but I actually forgot exactly where that Grey Matter came with. I think it might have actually came with Grey Matter himself. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the box first. The box is in the standard 5-inch Reboot figure line style box. It has a picture of Ben from here. Shows his name. And has a bio for both of the characters, along with the look at some of the other figures in the line. Now, we're going to quickly look at Ben first. As comparison, here he is next to the original Bandai America release. And I have to say, sadly, I really don't like how Ben looks like in this new series. I actually prefer the older style since he looked a lot better. I understand it does have a lot more cartoony aspects for this particular series, but I did really like how the original Ben was designed since he looked a lot more realistic and less goofy. The original figure actually came with this hoverboard, which he actually used in the show, instead of an alien, but I guess it's nice that we actually have Grey Matter released at all, since he is a part of the Smile style of characters, so since they wanted to go a little more accurate, it looks like, it doesn't look like we're going to make just the standard articulated version like they did with the Bandai America toy line. Anyways, we're going to take a look at Ben's articulation. Now, Ben's articulation is kind of weird this time since it's not all the same throughout the figure. The head is on a ball joint with good range of movement with nothing hindering, but he does have quite a big head, so it does look kind of awkward in some positions. He has joints of the shoulders that allows it to go up and down and swivels, so it does have the standard joints, but unfortunately, by the way it's designed, that's as far as it's going to go down. I really don't understand what happened with this toy when they designed it, since it clearly looks like they could have cut enough of the plastic when designing it so that the shoulders can at least lay down flatter, but unfortunately that's pretty much all it can do. He does have swivels at the elbow here, but he doesn't have any joints at the wrists. This arm is actually jointed differently, since he can swivel, but it does have swivels at the wrists because of the Omnitrix, so that is weird that the other side is not able to swivel. And this joint's kind of pointless anyway, since his arm's not able to move all the way up to the Omnitrix to even activate it, so it's kind of a useless joint in my opinion. He actually has a waist joint, which is actually hidden well. He does have joints to the hips with movement out, so that's another reason why the Diamondhead release is strange. And, for what I could tell, he only has swivels and knee joints, so other than that, it's still pretty good articulation. It's just a very weird looking design. Now we're going to take a look at Grey Matter. Grey Matter has no points of articulation. It is a static figure, but it does look to be painted really nicely, and at least Playmates did decide to release it with the stand, so that's really nice. You can remove from the stand, that's pretty much all you're going to get. You're not going to have any movement otherwise. So it's kind of like a little statue static figure, but since he is once again a very smaller style, I can understand why this particular character does not have any points of articulation. As comparison, here is the new Grey Matter compared to the standard basic Grey Matter release, which was an articulated figure, but because of that it's not accurate to the rest of the aliens. It's about accurate, I think, in terms of 1-to-1 scale, since he was really tiny, but other than that, obviously, this is definitely the more articulated toy, but we did have a few other Grey Matters over the time, like the one with Lucky Girl, which is made so that you can actually attach her back. And once again, I think this is the one that was released with Grey Matter, but I'm not 100% sure where this one was released. I actually forgot where this particular figure was released. But both of these are actually even smaller than this release, so that's kind of interesting that this one is bigger than those two releases. But that's pretty much it between this set. To be perfectly honest, if it wasn't for the fact it was released alongside Grey Matter, I would have easily passed this Ben, since I really do not like the design as I mentioned earlier. But I guess it is nice that they were able to release the main character in figure form, since some toy lines don't happen to make all the characters in general, but at least Playmates did a good job and at least released Ben in the first wave. So I recommend picking this up if you actually want to continue with the releases of the Ben 10 figures in general, or if you want to secure a Grey Matter, since it doesn't look like they're going to be releasing any other mean like gray matter at all. Anyways, I got this at ToysRUs.com along with Diamondhead, so your best bet is once again to check online or go in store since they do seem to be selling out quite fast. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hero Taku. Also check my Twitter, Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen in order to see my content go up as soon as possible. I'm back with more Ben 10 reviews, but for now, I'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Bye.